Some of you know that I'm a marriage celebrant, and I love celebrating marriages. It's a very special time in the life of a young or older couple. And through COVID, it's been cut down immensely. There's hardly any weddings whatsoever. I haven't performed a wedding for some months now. And I received a letter or an email from the Attorney General's Department, which I summarise with this small piece of paper. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Can you see me looking around it? Yes. Okay. Wanted celebrant, $0. Pay now or you're out. Now, the reason I wrote that to summarise this letter was because basically that's the letter I got from the Attorney General's Department. And I respect the attorney, and I think it's wonderful that we have civil marriage. Ever since the registrant fee came in, we have to pay it at the prescribed day or by the prescribed day. And if we don't pay it on that day, the immediate action that results from that is that we are deregistered. No questions asked, nothing. So, you know, it seems a bit weird, but we've accepted that. We pay our money and we don't get deregistered, although I'm sure lots of celebrants have overlooked the date. Maybe they were in a car accident and were in a coma and couldn't respond to pay, so they were deregistered. It's a little bit strange, I think. However, the letter from the attorney is very welcome because it says, as advised in an email to you of 15th May, the Attorney General has agreed to reduce the celebrant registration charge to $0 for the 2020-21 financial year. Now, that is really good news when you're not earning any income from being a marriage celebrant. So that's really nice. I'm going to skip down because I always have to quote from the Marriage Act. And in the same email, it says, that they have to quote from the Marriage Act. That information is set out below, and I read, however, due to the $0 charge, there is no further action that you must take in relation to this notice. Please note that. No action. No action. Okay? Now I'm going to read to you the section that they quote in the email. As required by Regulation 44 of the Marriage Regulations 2017, this notice states, a person is liable to pay the celebrant registration charge for the financial year unless they have been exempted. Okay, so I'm liable to pay, have been exempted. The amount of the charge is a debt due to the Commonwealth, which may be recovered through court proceedings. Okay. An exemption from the liability can be applied for under Section 48 of the regulations with an application fee. I don't think I'll be applying for an exemption, and I don't think I'll be paying for that exemption when it's a zero charge. I don't think that makes sense. I hope I've got that right. An exemption application must be made no later than 21 days after the day of the notice. Okay. If the charge is not paid by the charge payment day, $0, then the celebrant will be deregistered in accordance with Section 39FB of the Act. So I have to pay the $0 on the date, or I will be deregistered. Although it does say in other parts, there's nothing for me to do. It's kind of a little bit like some of the advice we've had about COVID, isn't it? It's just kind of a tad confusing. Oh well, I hope I'm okay.